wait, he's almost dead. Okay, come on. One more good hit to his head should do it. Okay, there we go. I instead stabbed him in the butt. That's nice. We have ourselves our dragon tooth. Hello everybody and welcome back to some more All the Mods 9. Today, we're gonna be getting some of the more obscure items to make the All the Mods star. Now, if we look inside of here, with the end goal in mind and all of its surrounding ingredients that actually make it, there are quite a lot of processes that's gonna go into this before the end of it. But some of the things that we need are very obscure that really don't fit into a video of their own. And for some of those things, if not most of them, we are going to be getting here today. And that actually has ties in with why we are here in the end. Because one of those things that we're gonna need is actually this thing right here called the Rose of Oblivion. If we pick this thing up right here, what the, oh, hey, go away. No, no. Why are there so many Endermen? Oh my God, why are there so many of them? Okay, now that I am not being interrupted, we're gonna just head on up here. Okay, so, Rose of Oblivion. What this thing does is it's actually an ingredient in order to make this thing called the Oblivion Shard. And if you actually click on this thing, it really does not give you any information on it whatsoever. I've actually been struggling to figure out how I was supposed to find this thing, and then in my most recent Etby Inferno video, which actually also has Nature's Aura, the mod that this thing is from, I discovered that it spawns in the end after you kill the Ender Dragon. So here we are, getting these things right now. Now this is just one thing that we need from the end. There are one more thing that I'm certain of, and another thing that I think I know this is how it works. So what we need is to make this bottle and wood to get this bottle and cork. And then we should just be able to right click this. And yep, there we go. Now we have ourselves a bottle of darkness, which is an important ingredient in making this World Eye, which is the other half of making the Oblivion Shard. So now we got those things ready. That's great. But there is still one other thing that we need from here, and that is a little thing called the Dragon Tooth. I have been so struggling to find out what I need to do with this thing, and it all has to do with the little Aldemodium knife. So in order for us to actually get the Dragon Tooth, we need to first make ourselves some end crystals. I don't have any of the eyes right now. That's unfortunate. We'll only need to make 4. This way, we can go ahead and summon the Ender Dragon once more, because how we get the tooth is by killing the Ender Dragon with the Aldemodium crap. I don't suppose... I don't want to fall in the portal. I don't suppose that will work, will it? Let me put those there. Oh, shoot, it does work! Oh! Ah, suck it, game! You can't stop me! Okay, so now all that's left for us to do is to, as I said, just kill the Ender Dragon with a knife. Okay, it should spawn here in a second. There it is. Alrighty, come here, dragon. Okay, so I cannot use my Morgan, because if I do, it'll kill this thing instantly. So we have to just keep striking this thing straight with the knife. And it already is doing pretty decent damage because, you know, we've got a whole buttload of effects onto this thing. So it cannot match my overall power. I do need to make sure that my magnet is on. That way I can actually draw the items to me just in case he dies over the void. So we don't want that to happen. And yeah, the regeneration is not helping him at all. Okay, it's like, I just do so much more damage than he can regenerate. It's like, he just can't do anything. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, seriously, dude, come here. Okay, wait, he's almost dead. Okay, come on, one more good hit to his head should do it. Okay, there we go. I instead stabbed him in the butt. That's nice. So, yes, once the game actually stops lagging, there we go. And also, that was really freaking loud, but that's fine. We have ourselves our Dragon Tooth. That is beautiful. And we also have ourselves a bunch of new meats. Very, very fascinating. How well does this taste? I don't know. I can't eat anymore. That's fine. So now that we've gotten this Dragon Tooth, if we go ahead and then mix it with 4 more end crystals and obsidian, we get this non-hatchable dragon egg, which, if we go ahead and look into this, is an ingredient for the dragon soul, which is another ingredient for the Alderaan star, which is another one of those obscure items that we were wanting to get. Now, because of that fight, we did also get some of these things called the dragon scales, which I'm pretty sure are also used in that recipe. Yes, they are. That is beautiful. Now, I would like to emphasize, I will not be making any of these mainline ingredients for the Alderaan star until the day comes for me to make the Alderaan star itself. That will all be done in one video, and until then, we will just be getting the ingredients up to those points. So the next thing that we want to start working for is going to be this block of tyrian steel. This is pretty much a standalone thing from the mod Silent Gear. I don't know too much about this, but I do know how to get this. So what we're going to need is a lot of processes, but one of the things that we'll need before that is called crimson steel, which takes crimson iron. In order for us to get that, we'll need to mine it from an ore. So hopefully, we should be able to get that from our digital miner right here. So if we go ahead and type in our tag filter, forge ores / crimson iron, I believe I put in the end. Okay, I did, it just didn't show it there. And then click save, it does show up. So now we can go ahead and start mining it, except it's not shown anywhere near here. Oh, I see it now. Oh, okay. So I do have it right, but this is a nether ore. So now if we go ahead and start this again in the nether, there we go. Now it's shown up, and I forgot to grab the power source. There we go. Now it started mining. So now this is going to get us this ore. Now, I don't think this can go through our whole processor. Oh, it can! Oh, that's interesting, actually. Wait, so I could just send this thing over. Okay, wait. Can it be made into a block? And then can that block also go through the whole process? Okay, it can! Well, 57 raw crimson iron should be more than enough on its own already. Actually, way more than enough. So, next up, we are going to want this stuff called azure silver, which can only be found here in the end, and this can also be converted into an ore. So does this also have the same process? It does. Okay, that is good, because we need this azure silver to make this azure electrum, which is also going to be used in making the good old... Who and where? Who and where? Who's doing it? Who doing it? Who? Get over here, you. Oh, never mind, you're already gone. Alright, so now that I got all these, I should just be able to throw these into here, and it should compact them. But since these aren't in the mod list, I need to go ahead and then put them into the mod list, and then this should start working out right now. Okay, there we go. This one is currently being what's going in, so we should be able to check over here at the ender chest very soon. And yeah, there we go. Now it's all being converted into the good stuff. It will end up in the ender chest, but since it can't go anywhere after that, it should be fine. Our water is kind of being a bit slack, though. Why is water slacking off a little bit there? We don't want water to slack off a little bit there. I think I need to put in a better pipe upgrade. What? I'm not shifting. What? Oh, does it only shift for blocks that you can actually have an... Oh, I did not know that. Either way, though, we can go ahead and throw this better pipe upgrade into here. That should hopefully work out much better for the water that needs to be in here. Does it work out a little bit better? Yes, it does. It's beautiful. Okay, and look at all this. It's all being fully processed. Oh, and our azure silver. That's definitely more than enough. Next step for us is to go ahead and make ourselves the crimson steel. In order for us to get this, we're gonna need to get ourselves a good bit of magma cream. Then I can just go ahead and really just throw all this into here, and then make ourselves all of this crimson steel. I definitely am going to need more of that slime. Okay, there we go. I managed to make 46 of this crimson steel. That is good. So then now we'll be able to combine that with iron and some blackstone, which I appear to be missing. But with the power of editing, no, I am not. And now we get ourselves this metal alloyer. And I need to make sure I actually do have all of my crimson steel. I do. That is good. So there we go. Now we got ourselves a metal alloyer. Now I should just need to give this thing power, at least if it does. It doesn't look like it actually does use power, though. That could be good, but I'll keep it there just in case. Oh, yeah, no, it just completely doesn't connect. Okay, so I guess it... I broke up. A whole lot of stuff. Okay, that should be fine. So, no power needed. That's good. We can go ahead and just slap this thing right there and leave that alone for right now. So then, next up on our list is going to be to make this Azure Electrum ingot, which we can go ahead and just make as much of that as we can. Landed 15, that should be more than enough. So then after that, the last two ingredients are just going to be netherite scrap and crushed shulker shells. I don't keep the shulker shells I get, because I hate shulkers. Alrighty, I got the shulker shells. So now we should just need to go ahead and grab our 2 netherite scraps, and then we just need to throw all of these right into here. We can turn it on, and it still is not working. I forgot the most important step, which was to crush the shulker shells with obsidian. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we go ahead and throw this in, and there we go. Now it is making the tyrian steel ingot. Oh, I just noticed though, I'm gonna need 9 of these because I need to make the full block. So I need 1 more shulker shell. Oh, well, crap.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Alright, there we go. Now we got the tyrian steel. And I don't want to make anything unnecessary, so let's go ahead and just get rid of all that. Now, we can go ahead and combine all this together, and we got ourselves our block. There we go. Next step completely done. I believe that one goes into, yeah, the philosopher's fuel. Where? Oh, okay, right there. Okay, cool. So that's... Actually, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of those ones. Almost completely done. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I just need, like... Yeah, I just need these 5 right here for that one, and then I could make that one. That's cool. Next up, one that we're gonna want is actually something from an earlier process that we have created. And that is gonna be this thing called the fire upgrade orb. Now, for those of you who saw me make my Morgan, you probably saw that I did a process similar to this, but for an ender upgrade orb. This is essentially a similar kind of process, but instead of us using those ender pearls or eyes of ender, whichever it was that I needed to use to make those runes, we are using blaze rods to make ourselves fire runes, which we can then go ahead and combine all together, which gets us the fire upgrade orb. There we go. And this thing, I believe, goes into, yeah, the master of space, the black hole, which is... Wow, that is quite a few stuff I've actually already done. I think I actually only need, yeah, 4 of these things on the list left. Now this next one is actually very easy, as we already have the setup ready for it, which is this matter condenser, but this thing is currently making singularities. We already have enough of those though. So instead, what we want to do is change it to be those matter balls. And there we go. Now we got those. We've got way more than enough of those, because with these matter balls, those are actually going to go into making the 256 mega storage component, which is an ingredient for the improbable probability device. That name still gets me a bit going. However, this thing will just be a huge process in itself, as it's basically the same as the previous ME storage components, where we're just going up a line, except it does have a new processor, but it's like, that thing is just, it's just a bunch more processes. It's really just more the same. We'll have done that off screen once we are making those components for the star itself, so this should be good enough on its own already. Alrighty, next 3 items we're gonna be making is actually gonna be these miniature portals. Now there are 4 of these, but we're only gonna be making 3 of them right now, as the other one is gonna involve quite a few processes, and it's gonna involve some more of these seeds, which I really don't want to do right now unless I have the time, in which case I'm gonna do that at the very end. So for right now, I'm gonna say we're not gonna be doing that just yet. So what we need is we're gonna need to make these miniature end portal frames, exit portal, and also a miniature nether portal. Now all of these things have one thing in common, and that's gonna be these teleportation cores. So we need to make 3 of those right there and hope that it actually works because, yeah, it says Draconic Infused. That's where I'm getting a bit confused because, aha. Okay, so it's gonna be some more of this crap. So I need to make sure. Okay, and it's also gonna be a no more than, okay. So I need to have exactly 100% Arcana, exactly 50.0 Eterna, and at least 45, but no more than 50 Quanta. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun.
2 very boring minutes later.
Okay, so, turns out I actually needed all 3 of the infusions for these things. 1 for each. So, it took a lot more finicking with this. But now, we can go ahead and combine all of these together. And then we have ourselves our miniature portals. There we go, and all of these things, yeah, those go into the dimensional seed. And the rest of this one is actually something I want to talk about, which is a bunch of compressed blocks. Compressed diamond times 4 emerald, times 5 endstone obsidian, times 6 dirt, and netherrack. All these things are just taking these things around a bunch and then just compressing them. So that's actually going to be something I'm going to be like setting up in between episodes because like that would just take absolutely forever. Okay, so now that we've gotten those boys out of the way, next up on our list, we have 2 things remaining. Let's go ahead and gather up the ingredients for the spell focus. Okay, so next thing we need to do is we need to take a Wilden Tribute, our Wilden Horn, Spike, and Wing, and also a gold ingot right here, and then in the center, put ourselves a gem block. And now all of this will magically ritual itself, spinning a bunch around. I'm curious as to I could time in a bottle this, but we're not going to do that. And then get ourselves a spell focus. Awesome. So this thing should also be an ingredient for the Dragon Soul. Yes, it is. That pretty much just leaves the, oh yeah, inactive Dragon Egg, which I could, oh yeah, because that's what those things were innately for. So, okay. So then pretty much I just need 2 more heads of the Snow Queen and then that thing would just be ready. And like, I already have 1 back at the base as a trophy, but I could always just go right back to the Twilight Forest, just kill 2 more of those guys, no problem. Now that all that is done, the last thing that we need to do, unless there is time and I do decide to make the miniature Twilight Forest portal, we need to get into a little bit more of Nature's Order, because we did do that with the Rose and also our Bottles of Darkness, but we do still need to get more stuff in order to get this World Eye. Alrighty, so next thing we need is going to be this stuff right here called Brilliant Fiber. It just takes grass, oak leaves, and some gold nuggets. We should be able to get a good bit of these. And yeah, there we go. Now we got ourselves 40 Brilliant Fiber. There's a lot more than I was expecting. Okay, so now what we need to do is we just need to place a few trees along the pathway. That way they'll also be affected by the lily pads of fertilita and also will be able to grow. Now, I don't think, yeah, no, those are fig leaves. We don't want figs. We just want oak leaves. There we go. Let all those things grow. Holy crap! That grew bigger than I expected to. Okay, that should be good now. Okay, so what we need to do is we just need to go ahead and put these Brilliant Fibers right into here. And I believe this will spread. This might not be in recent versions, but it should spread around. And if it does, like, that is gonna be immensely beautiful. So we can just go ahead and put this in all sorts of places all around here. It's like, yeah, wow, that is freaking awesome. Okay, yeah, but once it actually changes to a more gold thing, because it does just say gold leaves right now, but they aren't actually fully gold just yet. Once it does, though, then we can go ahead and get something very special with them. Oh yeah, baby, look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks so sick. Okay, so now if we just take shears to these, we then get ourselves some golden leaves. Now, I'm not gonna harvest the whole thing, mostly because some of the golden leaves aren't ripe, and it is a little bit hard for me to tell from time to time, so. But I do know that 8 should be enough for 1 ritual, because we are gonna then craft these things down to make this gold powder, which is used in rituals. But we do need some more in order for us to make these wooden stands. That is unfortunate, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, we'll only need 8, so that's good. Yeah, this looks about right. So then we just need to go ahead and put a spider here, gold here, and then 2 golden leaves right over here. Then in the very center, we'll go a sapling. So we're gonna wanna go ahead and then put, oh, you see, that's wrong. Okay, there you go. Put these 4 right there, and then connect them out like this. And that should be good. It looks right, but something else seems off. Alrighty, I figured out what the problem was, and I did suspect this, but after consulting the Nature's Aura guidebook, I realized that these pillars are all way too close. They all need to be one back from where they actually are. Okay, there we go. That should settle that. So then after that, we just need to put all of our ingredients back into place, and then we can go ahead and put the sapling down, which does complete the recipe. So now, there we go. Okay, oh my gosh, I did that wrong, but look at it now. It's so pretty. Oh my gosh, and now all the ingredients go away, and then with the magic snap, I was a little off there, but you know what, we'll count it. We got ourselves our environmental eye. There we freaking go. So now with the environmental eye, we can combine that with bottled darkness, 4 obsidian, 2 ender pearls, and a spyglass, and then we get ourselves the world eye. Now, unfortunately, we need to do all that one more time. And there we go, we got our second world eye. So now, well no, environmental eye, which helps us make our second world eye. There we freaking go. Oh my gosh, that took so much time. But now, with all of those out of the way, that has cleared up pretty much most of the odd ones. There are still a couple that really will only fit in during a certain time later on, but it definitely seems like there are still some that really won't fit in anywhere else other than today. Those are just some crafting stuff, which is just a Daorium block, which we've already covered in the past with Forbidden Arcanus, and also a Dark Rune block, which we've also covered before, but for some reason it didn't give me the quests, and those are necessary for something later. But the thing we haven't covered at all, and really, it won't fit in anywhere else is... Oh, hold it, hold it. Actually, this will fit in somewhere else, because this is going to involve an awakened mystical agriculture altar. I have yet to do that yet. Huh. Okay, so this will fit somewhere after all. Cool. That means I don't have to do this today. Okay, then I guess let's just go ahead and grab ourselves our Daorium and our rune blocks, so that way we can just sort of... Yeah, there we go. And then now this quest is actually valid, which means we are now actually fully capable of getting 2 of these things already. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. We're almost there, man. So do you like this video? Good. Then be sure to check out our last video where we did the evil mod occultism, so that way we could get this soul gem for the All the Mod Star. Bye-bye!